In Republican from Ohio, Congressman Jim Renacci. Congressman, conservatives hated earmarks because they just pumped up a lot of government spending. Can we now assume that they're gone and gone for good? They're not coming back?
Well, again, Stuart, I think the discussion yesterday was started on earmarks, but for me it's really about getting back to regular order and spending, and I think that's where the discussion ended up, which I thought was great that Paul Ryan actually stepped up and was talking about how the American people in Ohio, they don't want us, they want us cutting spending. They want us making sure we're balancing the budget. They want us looking at the direction of our spending and the direction of how we can control our spending, and they don't want us talking about earmarks.
Congressman, I put it to you that Donald Trump, as president, will be a big spender. He's got a big infrastructure plan. He's not going to reform Medicare or Social Security. That's a big spending element in our government. He's going to spend a lot of money.
Well, look, Stuart, I was a businessman for 30 years. I understand the thought process Donald Trump's going to have, but I also believe President-elect Trump's going to come in with some people. They're going to tell him, look, here's the direction our country's going. Here's the path of spending. He's going to be reasonable. He's going to look at some of these things. One of the things I've been pushing is a fiscal State of the Nation address by our Comptroller General. I think that's a great starting point. Everybody should hear the trajectory of our country and our spending, and then we make decisions based on that. But infrastructure, we're going to have to look at infrastructure. I'm a big believer in an infrastructure program as well. I had a bill last year supporting infrastructure with a user fee paid for, which is, I think, what we need to look at. These are the keys. We have to make sure that we're fiscally responsible.
Yeah, okay, a lot of conservatives want that. They want fiscal responsibility, which means draw the line on spending and cut it. Do you really think we're finally going to do that? Will you promise the American people, the people of Ohio, who you represent, will you promise them you will cut government spending?
Well, for me, and I've been doing this now for 6 years, and I'm glad to be on the Budget Committee, I know that I'm looking at budget reforms where it forces us to stay within budget, it forces us to come up with a budget that balances, and it forces us to maintain that. I think that's so important. We've had budget processes for years. We don't follow them. I am going to continue, especially for the people of Ohio, making sure that we are controlling our spending and getting our fiscal house in order, which is what the American people want. At the same time, though, we can't forget the American people, especially those in Ohio, want us to be looking for jobs and making sure that we allow the job growth.
Congressman Jim Renacci on videotape promising to draw the line on spending. We'll see about that. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. We appreciate it. Thank you.